that is writing on the wall. I may end up walking out if it comes down to it.
And she had said before, when we were here, that he had said, don't dig in the basement. If you don't bother it, it won't bother you.
We're gonna dig in the basement.
Don't. It just said don't. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
We have pinpointed the moment that the coin entered Renee's pocket.
I do not like it down here. All alone, it is very creepy. I got a very, very bad feeling.
But we're gonna go in there tonight and face it head on. So we are back again, returning to the cursed cabin.
Have you ever had anybody that actually liked living in that cabin down there that didn't have bad things happen to them?
Everybody else, everybody gets it, stayed in it, ends up dying.
People have died.
Yeah.
People that actually lived in this cabin, they left the property and they died because of that. They legitimately think there's a curse. This is a location we've been really nervous to return to because 2 years ago, when we investigated this location, we had some pretty negative activity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where are you, Lucy?
As soon as he said 10.
Yes. As soon as he said 10, that thing stopped.
Exactly.
You saw I did not move any switch
No.
in there.
What? Got chills. I swear I just heard something. Ooh.
What?
I swear I just heard a whisper that say, I'm right behind you.
No.
I swear.
We had disembodied voices in the cabin with us.
Oh no, they're playing a Native American chant upstairs. Okay, good. Whew.
Jason was scratched across his back.
Because there's scratch marks on your back.
Up here?
Yeah.
There is.
Ryan, you're over here. Do you want to see this?
Oh my, yeah.
There's scratch on his f***ing back, dude.
No, they're there. They're there.
Is it well?
With
I need the light.
Okay. So we'll get
Bring
you.
it.
Yeah, they're
Is it-
starting to welt. Mm-hmm.
You are
Don't move.
It's like a voice.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can start to film.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's starting to burn.
And probably the strangest occurrence of the night was when Renee found a rare Israeli coin in her pocket.
What is this?
That is the coin that ended up in my left pocket when we were finished filming in the basement.
They're probably wondering, okay, well, there's a coin in your pocket. Well, now the odd thing about this is I want you all to take a look at this coin and tell me whether you've ever seen a coin like this. The weirdest part about this coin, from what you see it's definitely something that we had never seen before. And so Steve's kind of an expert in coins. He collects old coins. And he looked into it while we were still there before we left the cabin, and he said, that coin is from Israel.
The experiences in this cabin made us really nervous to come back here and investigate again.
Oh yeah, nervous, apprehensive, almost maybe an understatement. Of course, none of the 6 of us are people that turn away, turn down, back away from places like this. We just kind of face it and go ahead first. So hopefully we'll, won't be able to stir up anything too nasty tonight, but it's still young, so.
Yeah, I mean, just from your point of view, because you had a very negative experience in there when you were scratched across the back, and you haven't gone inside the cabin yet today at all.
No.
What do you feel, or how do you feel about going back in here with the same energy or entity that tried to physically harm you last visit?
Definitely more of a respect for whatever it is, you know. I mean, it's definitely a newfound respect, understanding of its abilities and its potential. It, as in, you know, we don't know exactly what this is that we're dealing with, human or something a little stranger. But yeah, apprehensive, just, I don't know. I'm already a little bit on edge, so you know, don't be surprised if I happen to just go out real fast, and that is writing on the wall. I may end up walking out if it comes down to it. With that, I'm just going to walk out. I'm just going to walk out of here.
What's interesting is Polly just told us today that she noticed something in the original part 1 of the Cursed Cabin episode, and that was actually a clip that wasn't used in the second part. When I was editing it together, I omitted that section of part 2, just because I wasn't quite sure how it would fit into the investigation, but I used it in the tease in part 1.
You all right?
What is it?
What was that?
What was that?
I just heard something.
It was behind us.
That sounded like a loud movement.
It was big.
And Polly has all of us convinced now that we have pinpointed the moment that the coin entered Renee's pocket. As she's standing there, we hear a noise behind us that almost sounds like metallic movement, and we spin around and look. But just before we spin around and look, Renee's jacket is pulled, the pocket of her jacket, the same pocket where she found that coin. You can see it pull 3 times.
You all right?
What is it?
What was
What
that?
was that?
What was
I
that?
just heard something.
It was behind us.
That sounded like a loud movement.
When we interviewed the owner of this cabin, she told us about multiple deaths of people that have lived in this cabin and then died. How many people have actually died in there?
It's the one that hasn't died in there, gets sick, that's been trying to stay on and end up dying. Cheryl, Jack, Tiny, Bill, Daddy. I just know that cabin is a death trap.
One thing that we can't understand is how this curse actually works. And since we were here 2 years ago, there's been another death associated with the curse that they believe is on this cabin. The owner said that a young man who lived in the area approached her and asked her if he could come over the hill and strip copper out of the cabin. And she told him that he should not go down there, and she would not recommend him even going anywhere near this cabin, because that is how terrified they are of this cabin. She's not sure whether or not he actually came down here or not. She is under the impression that he still came down here. And 3 days later, they found his body up on top of the hill, and he had died of an overdose. What's strange about that is it always comes in threes. The boy, 3 days after he asked to strip copper, he's found dead. 3 days after we investigate this cabin last time, Renee has symptoms of a heart attack. Her jacket pocket is pulled 3 times. Jason is scratched on the back, and he has 3 scratches. It's just very strange.
Just so you guys know, like, I'm feeling chills all on my back right now. You know, just instantaneously. Well, as soon as we started going on the topic of threes,
Yeah.
like the whole back of my neck, my arms, and everything.
Wow. Yeah. It's weird, and while we're here tonight...
And my eyes are starting to well up, too.
Well, if there's anybody back there behind Steve, we're going to talk to you here in just a little bit. We ask you to come in and talk to us when we're here tonight. We're going to try and communicate. We want to have a conversation, find out why you hurt people in this cabin. But while we're here, we're going to try and look into these very odd coincidences surrounding the number 3 to find out whether it is a coincidence or whether there is some very important numerology in that. But the coincidence is just too strong. That number appears everywhere we look when we look at the evidence that we captured in this cabin. We don't have an explanation for it. I don't know what's here in this cabin. I don't think any of us have any idea what haunts this cabin or what this curse is. But we're gonna go in there tonight and face it head on.
So here we are, the 6 of us. We are about to officially enter this cabin. And here we go. This is going to be our first session of the night.
Let's get in there. Feels weird in here. Is that just me? Is there anyone here who remembers us from 2 years ago?
Can you give us a sound to let us know you're here?
What was that?
It sounded like downstairs.
Yeah. Sounded like movement.
That's the second time I've heard that.
Yeah. What was that?
It sounded like downstairs.
Yeah. Are you down in the basement? Is that it?
Yeah. You can actually feel that in the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah. You can actually feel that in the floor.
Mm-hmm.
What's right below this? The big room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run down there and check it out and see what's down there.
And I could actually feel that through
I
my
felt the
boot.
vibration, yeah.
Okay, we're hearing some noises from down here in the basement, so I'm running down here to check and see if there's anything down here. Any animals or anything like that that might have gotten in through the door.
If you're still down there, give Ryan a sound. He's in the basement with you.
Hello?
there anyone down here? Okay. I do not like it down here. All alone, it is very creepy. I got a very, very bad feeling. I don't like this one bit. Who's around me right now?
Last time we were here, there was scratching going down the wall down there behind Jason. Can you do that again?
I'm freaked out, guys.
He's coming back.
There's that doorway.
There's nobody down there. Could you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Who asked the question about scratching on the wall behind Jason?
Me.
Okay, it didn't sound like you from down there.
It didn't?
No, it was weird. It was like gave me chills because it sounded almost like a mixture of your voice and Jason's voice.
Huh.
It's kind of creepy. Could be just it was muffled from the floor.
More than likely. Yeah.
It's definitely creepy in the basement, though. Let me just point that out. Like my fight or flight response kicked in a little bit there for no reason.
Which end of the basement? This end?
I went in the room that's right underneath of us right now, and I don't feel it. I don't right now standing up here. I don't feel it at all. Like I don't feel sick at all anymore.
It's calm. It's been calm up here.
Yeah.
I'm curious about something. She wants us to dig in the part of the basement that's closest to her house, right that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The ground is soft.
Right. But a lot of the stuff that's happened to you, like the first night you guys were here, Mountain Air Paranormal, kind of happened, like with the stove and all that happened in the kitchen, right? The part that caught on fire, correct?
Right.
What if whatever's supposedly or allegedly buried on this property is not exactly buried under the basement, but buried underneath where the kitchen's at? It seems like everywhere she wanted us to dig was towards that side of the basement and closer to the house. That point of the basement that's covered with concrete is close to the corner where the kitchen used to be. Yeah, because we can't dig in the big part of the basement; it's all concrete.
Right.
And when we got down 2.5, 3 feet, there was like a plank of wood. We couldn't really dig it all out, but we pounded on it with the shovel and it sounded hollow underneath. For some reason they want that dug.
Yeah.
Bad stuff happens in this cabin when you dig in the basement. This cabin will try and kill you when you dig in the basement. So I think we need to dig in the basement tonight.
And she said, right on his deathbed, didn't she say?
Mm-hmm.
And
On
he
his
said,
deathbed, his last words he spoke.
whatever you do, don't dig in that basement. That's what she said today.
So her grandfather, who pretty much built the cabin,
Her husband's grandfather.
or her husband's grandfather, who pretty much built the cabin, said, whatever you do, don't dig in the basement.
Yeah. And she had said before, when we were here, that he had said, don't dig in the basement. If you don't bother it, it won't bother you. But nobody knows what the it is because he didn't tell them. He wouldn't tell them what it was.
Right. That's really weird. So what is it? I guess that's what we're here to find out. All right, so in the kitchen back there behind Steve, that kitchen used to be one of the most active areas in this cabin, and you set it on fire. Or something set it on fire. It's now almost completely gone. Use this fire as energy. Use it to make something happen. or if you can, put the fire out.
You've already torched this room. Brian's holding an element that'll help you torch this room. Is that what you want? You want the whole cabin torched to the ground? We brought you the element to do it.
See, we have to find out first, before this cabin goes, we have to find out what you're hiding in the basement, why you don't want people to dig. So here in a little bit, we're going to go down there and we're going to try and figure it out. And if you don't want us to dig, you're more than welcome to try and stop us.
Maybe there is no rhyme or reason to why you're here. Someone long ago or more recent, maybe they brought you here, allowed you to be here. And all you want to do is screw with people. Lead them to their deaths, lead them to paranoia, frighten ladies. All the while you know that they can't see you, and they can't, in their own minds, do anything about it.
So stop hiding. You know you like to play with fire.
Can you do that? Just like that. Breeze past it. Make the flame move. Do you want me to put this flame to the ceiling and get it started and then have us take off and run for the hills? What do you think? Flame a no-go? Take it back outside? Before somebody drops it and the place goes up in a blaze? Okay, so this is just an amp with pedals on it, and it filters out the sweeping of the spirit box, and it's a PSP7 spirit box. So the voices that you're hearing through are not from any application or computer program. It's just from a PSP7, just from a spirit box. What's your name? What was that?
Who makes the fire?
Isn't that weird?
Who makes the fire?
Not sure. There were 3 different words that came through all with the same voice.
Are there people buried in the basement?
What'd that say?
Thought it said F you.
I did too.
I thought I heard.
That's what was.
That's why I turned around. I thought I heard.
Are we allowed to dig in the dirt?
That sounded a little bit aggressive.
Yeah.
Do you not want us to dig?
We're gonna dig in the basement.
Don't. It just said don't. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That was clear.
We're gonna dig in the basement. We're gonna dig in the basement.
Don't. It just said don't. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Why can we not dig in the basement?
Did it say please don't? I hurt them. Did you hear that?
I heard hurt them.
I heard hurt them.
I heard please don't. I hurt them. Did it say please don't? I hurt them. How did you hurt them?
Is there a woman buried? Is there a woman buried under here?
It sounded like a woman.
First woman we've heard.
Who built this cabin? What is your name? Oh.
1, 2, 3, eat. I heard 1, 2, 3. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Counting to 3. But while we're here, we're gonna try and look into these very odd coincidences surrounding the number 3. But the coincidence is just too strong. That number appears everywhere we look when we look at the evidence that we captured in this cabin.
We're gonna take a shovel and go and dig in the basement. Right now.
You can't stop us. Are there 3? Could there be 3 bodies buried down there? Is one a woman?
All right, well, we're gonna go down there and dig.
We're gonna dig the whole basement up. We're gonna find your secret.
We were told by the owner, just like last time, that it makes something angry to dig in the basement. The original builder of the cabin on his deathbed said, don't dig in the basement, whatever you do. Even talked about something that it could unleash, so we did it last time, we're doing it this time.
when was this built?
The cabin was built in 1929.
So it shouldn't be very, very deep. Maybe over a foot. Now, of course, if we were to find something down here, we'll have to,
Yeah.
you know, get
It's our
a hold of
property.
the police or somebody. If we find human remains, I mean.
Left? Should I move to the left?
You getting mad? Come on, you know what the secret is.
We're here with Renee, and we're going to be incorporating a certain item into the investigation as we go back down into the basement here at the cursed cabin. Renee, does this look familiar to you?
Yeah.
Is this the coin that you found in your pocket, right?
Yep,
Be your left pocket, right?
my left pocket.
And what we want to do is to take the coin back into the basement of the cabin, into the same area, same place that it appeared in your pocket. You know,
Okay.
so, what do you think about that? You up to it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sit on down there.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna sit right on top.
Setting the coin right there on top of the EDI meter.
As you already know, we're back. We come to make communication with you. We brought an item back that someone or something from this cabin put into our friend Renee's pocket, and it's right over there on top of that device. Can you touch that coin? There's a lot of people that don't believe you exist, that don't believe that you have the capability to do what we know that you did. Were you being nice to Renee? If so, it's kind of hard to believe that when she had heart trouble 3 days after visiting here. Now, one thing, we're unsure of why someone would want to hurt Renee. She's one of the sweetest people we've ever known. And I think I can speak for all of us. It kind of pisses us off that you would try and hurt our friend. Or scare our friend.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Right above,
Yeah, that was way above us.
right here.
We're talking to you. Or scare our friend. Or scare our friend.
Did you hear that?
Pick on a person like Renee.
You alright? What'd happen? Hold this. Something that's crawling on me or something.
Is it a bug?
Turn around.
I don't know, but it was like going like this right down my arm. On the, like under your shirt? Like right here.
I don't see anything in the air.
We've been walking through here, there wouldn't be any cobwebs. We've been in and out here multiple times.
Oh, did you hear that? Yeah. Right above us. Above us again.
Was that a bug or the couch?
You hear
That was just right above.
Very close.
I don't know, that was weird. It was just like going like that down my arm.
Is that what you felt, Steve, the last time you jumped?
Yeah.
But if you listen back to the end of part one, like we watched, her puppet moves first.
And then
Then you jump, and then you hear this noise, sounds to me like a handful of coins being thrown against the wall.
You alright?
What is it?
that? What was
What
that?
was that?
What was
I just heard something.
It was behind us.
That sounded like a loud movement.
It was big.
physical state.
The sound distracted everybody.
And they could have been actual coins, but like from their side of the
Right.
spirit veil, in a way.
And one slipped through.
Which means, if she was standing here, and it went in her pocket, which would be this one right here, right, the left one,
Right.
they would have been right here, more than likely. Because it would have had to come down this way, into the pocket.
No, so what's happening here is we are in the basement of the cursed cabin where we are splitting up exactly how we were 2 years ago when we had an insane amount of activity. We had myself, Dave, and Steve down here in the basement, and then Polly, Renee, and Jason upstairs.
Okay, we're ready to begin.
All right, we are too.
So we're gonna start whispering, right?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Is there anyone down here who wants to talk to us? Could you knock one of these meters off of the couch?
If there's anyone here, my name is Jason. This is Polly and Renee.
Did you bury people in this basement? Make that thing light up if you did.
In the middle of us, we have a candle.
We know your secret.
You can use the flames as your energy.
And we're going to tell everybody your secret. Unless you knock that off of there or make it light up. Do it.
We're in a circle. And when we were here before, years ago, a friend was making circles on a piece of paper. We said, there's meaning in the motion. So what is the meaning of a circle?
I'm not sure how the fire started in the kitchen, but we can always make sure and finish the job. Do you want this place torched to the ground? Yes or no?
Why do you like fire so much?
Want this place torched? There's none. What was that? What?
Did you set the kitchen on fire?
Are you guys sitting down?
Yes.
What was that noise?
We didn't hear anything.
Really?
What did you hear?
It sounded like dragging from up there.
Or a hissing sound.
Or like a hissing sound.
I thought it came from where you did.
That was weird. The camera had to have picked that up. Okay, back to whispering. Sorry.
Can you show us what you can do with this fire here between the three of us?
And the only way that you're going to prove it is there's two devices right here. Interact with one of them.
Was that your belly?
What was that?
I don't know. I thought it was her belly. It wasn't.
That was right between you all.
Did you go? Mm-mm. That was what I heard. Mm-hmm. I thought that was you. Mm-mm.
Did you used to murder people down here? And bury them?
I thought it was you. Because I thought you went, that wasn't you.
Mm-mm.
I thought it was your belly growling.
No. I mean, if it was, I would have said it.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
Get back to the, well, you were saying, show us what you could do with the fire, right?
Can you show us what you can do with the fire here in between the three of us? Polly, Renee, and myself?
Willie, are you down here? Did you kill those people? Did you bury them down here in your basement?
I don't think you can do anything anymore. You got weak. You got weak and you're afraid of fire now.
Almost 100 years ago, you did this. And your family is still afraid of what you told them. How does that make you feel? So we're down here in the basement now. We're getting ready to start our first ever Shepherd's Tones experiment in the cursed cabin. We've done it at a few of the past locations, and we are going to be playing the Shepherd's Tones here in the basement to try and see if it can help draw any spirits towards us, or maybe it can intensify the energy and help pull out paranormal activity. But what Shepherd's Tones are, a descending tone and an ascending tone played simultaneously, and it actually gives the illusion that you have the tones increasing and decreasing in pitch. So it's kind of interesting, and we're hoping that we'll be able to capture some evidence with that. So let's do this. I am going to be playing it from my phone, but my phone is in airplane mode, so... Yeah, he hasn't recorded on there. Nobody yell at us here. Is there anybody here? So the coin's right here. Can you reach up and grab it? Put it in one of our pockets? Oh, shoot. There it was. That caught it, yeah? That did. Thank you. Ooh, look, it's going off again.
Yeah.
Something else.
Can you continue?
Yep, it's in there. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
That's weird. Shoot. Whoa. Setting off barometric pressure and temperature at the same time.
Pretty crazy.
Does it help you with the tones, or does it help you when they're not on? Oh, wow. So it does help you then. Can you move to this other meter and make it go off?
If you are connected to the coin that our friend Renee found in her pocket, can you activate one of these devices?
Now that nobody's lived here in years, is the curse gone? Do you not bother people anymore just because nobody lives here? You have the place to yourself? Watch your head. Holly and Renee just got here. Can you say hello? I think tonight was a successful investigation, not only because we were able to capture some unexplained things, but also because we were able to face our fear, and we were able to come back into a location that literally almost killed one of us last time.
It's funny you say that too about fear, because us coming in for the second time, regardless of what happened, not necessarily regardless in a bad way, but regardless of what happened in the first investigation, that we were all here, that initial fear was not as great.
Right.
So by us coming back could have very well, in a way, lessened the effect on us that this place potentially would have had.
Yeah. But who knows, maybe the worst is yet to come.
The stories of this cabin are infamous. That wasn't. The shadow figures, the intimidating energies, the screams.
Is it okay if I Huh!
What?
Look at this. What is that?
How do you explain that?
I can't. That's one of the strangest things I've ever had happen. This was one of those cases where the crime was so personal and so horrendous. What did he do to you?
Hurt me.
It was determined at that point that a block of firewood had been used. She was hit with it repeatedly.
Cheryl, is that you?
Ghost stories have terrified humans for longer than history can document. And even in the most beautiful and peaceful of places, a tale of hauntings could be hiding just beneath the surface. Some are based on legend and folklore, while others come from real tragedy. You know, we found that the best ghost stories are caused by real history. And tonight we're gonna investigate cabin 13 here at Babcock State Park. And 26 years ago, a couple named Mike and Cheryl Flippo came here to vacation for a romantic getaway. After that night, Cheryl Flippo was dead, and Mike Flippo was sentenced to life in prison.
This is one of those cases where the crime was so personal and so horrendous that it just leaves that imprint behind. It leaves that imprint on the walls of this cabin.
The stories of this cabin are infamous. The shadow figures, the intimidating energies, the screams. And tonight we're here to see if we can capture proof of paranormal evidence. But what actually happened? Before we can properly investigate the haunting, we have to know the history.
I was in Fayetteville at the time. It was raining real hard. I received a disturbance complaint from Babcock State Park, individual stating he had been attacked by 10 to 12 people in a cabin, him and his wife. At the time I arrived at the scene, he was sitting on the porch at a paid telephone at the main headquarters there at the parking lot when I arrived. He was in white underwear, had a cut on the right side of the underwear. It was raining, he was wet. When I pulled up, he started screaming, "Don't hit me, don't touch me." I told him who I was. I wasn't there to hurt him, I was there to help him. I was trying to get some more facts about what had taken place. He told me 10 or 12 guys came in the cabin and attacked him and his wife. I asked him where his wife was at. He said, "I think she's still at the cabin."
There were talks that, they drove a green Cadillac here, but when Sergeant Bryant made it to scene, there was a red Camaro parked at the top of the hill. And at that point, he started realizing that the story just really wasn't adding up.
When I asked him how he got here, he described the green Cadillac, exactly what it looked like, everything else. But when I got here, the red car was sitting there. It had a T-shirt hanging off of the side view mirror on it. Well, as I approached the cabin, I looked for anything out of place, disorder or anything. I went to the back door, which we passed on the walkway. I went to knock on it. I opened up the screen door. There's a bag of garbage that fell out of the door. So I know no one had been in or out of that door. I then listened. There was no sounds or anything. I came around to the front door. The door was open. The screen door was shut. I announced myself through the screen door, asked for anybody responding. There's no noise, nothing coming out of the cabin. I shined the flashlight through to see if there was any tracks or anything on the floor. The only prints I seen on the floor was bare footprints. I then entered the cabin. The bed was sitting adjacent to the door. I seen a spot of blood where the pillow would have been. I shined the light around the room, didn't see nothing else. Set of steps to the right side of the room, led up to a loft. I went up in the loft. There was another bed there with a pillow missing off of it. I looked around the floor for the pillow. I shined the light over top of the rail down into the main room, and that's when I observed her on the floor between the bed and the wall. It was determined at that point that a block of firewood had been used, and she was hit with it repeatedly. He was coming back down the sidewalk when I went back outside. I escorted him back up to my vehicle. At that time, I called for backup, helped secure the scene, and called for an ambulance.
And then they found out that not even 30 days prior, Mr. Flippo had taken out a $100,000 life insurance policy on his wife with himself as the beneficiary. After that was discovered, police knew they'd found their man. This is very secluded, so you can see why, if his plan was to bring her out here to murder her, that he chose this cabin.
Yeah. It's the very last cabin on this road here. It's as far as you can go.
We have been researching this ghost story, looking at this cabin for a possible investigation for a long time. And we're finally going to set foot inside here, and we're finally going to be staying inside this cabin to see if the stories are true. If that one dark moment in this cabin's history left a stain on it that still replays itself to this day.
I'm excited to get in here and check it out.
Yes.
Is it open?
It is. Wow. As soon as you walk in the door, do you feel that?
Oh, absolutely.
It is heavy in here.
It's like an overwhelming sense of just, I don't want to say dread, but like pressure. It kind of feels like the walls are closing in on you a little bit.
And it has been 26 years or so since this actually happened. And while we are not here on the actual date that this all took place, because that tragic night was the 29th of April into the 30th of April. And we are here on the 25th into the 26th of April. But that was the last Monday and Tuesday night in the month of April in 1996 that this occurred, and we are here on the last Monday and Tuesday night in the month of April in 2022. So because of the changing of the days in the calendar, we're here on the exact night of the week 26 years later from the time this took place. Maybe that will help stir up some energy. And maybe we can capture on camera what people have experienced in cabin 13 here. We're gonna leave the cabin for a few minutes. And while we're gone, you can use this ball on the bed. It's putting out a lot of static energy. People believe that you can use that energy to speak to us or move things. So if you touch this ball, you might be able to talk to us. But whether cabin 13 is still haunted by the history of this murder remains to be seen. That's why we're here. But the fact that it's cabin number 13 isn't doing it any favors either. In legend and folklore, people say that this cabin is notoriously haunted and cursed. People come from miles around just to get a glimpse at this cabin. And this is where we're going to be staying tonight.
And along with those legends are reports of a shadow figure standing and looming over top of the bed from up in the loft, just giving the most vile feelings to these people down there. And even reports of a woman screaming from within the cabin. And it just, you know, again, like you said, that cabin number 13 and everything else just adds around to this really cool haunting here.
But I know I'm excited to stay the night here inside cabin 13 at Babcock State Park to see if these claims of paranormal activity are true and to see if we can have our own experiences and capture our own evidence from the stories and legends that have made this cabin famous. So you're ready to go inside and start this investigation, Dave?
Yeah, I'm excited to get this one started, ready to get in there, get the cameras rolling, and see if we can make contact with, you know, the looming shadow, the screeching woman, or maybe possibly even Cheryl, and give her a chance to communicate tonight. So
let's do it. I'm ready for this. We're getting ready to leave cabin 13 here. Part of the story is that when Mike and Cheryl came here to this cabin on Cheryl's last night alive, when her life was brutally and viciously taken from her, the night began on their romantic getaway with them playing cards and eating ice cream to try and tap into that residual energy and try and put ourselves as close as we possibly can to that night in order to draw out paranormal activity. We brought just that, playing cards, and we're going to put some ice cream in here in hopes that whoever is here will come out and speak to us. And if Cheryl is here, Cheryl, we're so sorry that that happened to you, and we want you to tell your story. My name is Ryan, and that's Dave, and we only mean you absolute kindness and respect. There's lots of different lights here inside the cabin that we can use to speak to you. If you touch these lights, they'll go off. So, whoa. Hello?
Cheryl, is that you?
Whoa. Thank you.
Cheryl, I feel like I've been talking to you all evening. Have you been hearing me? If you have, can you light that up again?
Whoa. Yeah, she
Okay.
has been, man.
Well, thank you, Cheryl. That's so cool.
Yeah.
See, we want you to have a chance to speak your own story. We're going to leave this stuff set up for you. We want you to communicate with us with this stuff. And I've been in and out here all day talking like a crazy person to myself, thinking you were listening to me. So hopefully you were, and hopefully you listened to us and communicate by using this stuff.
And you're more than welcome to take these cards, I'll put them here on the end. If you want to knock these cards on the floor that I just put on the edge of the table, or move the spoons in the bowls, you're more than welcome to touch that as well as this light, like we said.
Yep.
So if there's anything dark here that came about from the vicious If there's anything dark here that came into this cabin from the vicious murder of Cheryl Flippo, we'd like to speak to you as well. People say they see a dark figure standing over the bed when they're sleeping in here. And if that's a malicious entity that was brought here by that heinous act, we'd love to speak to you as well, and for you to show us that you're here. But for right now, we're going to get out of here. Leave this place to you. We hope you speak to us. We've conducted these abandonment sessions for the last 10 years to see if anything unexplained happens when a building is completely empty. The most peculiar thing about this session is how quiet it actually was. Multiple noises were captured. The only sound that seemed unusual beyond the standard creaks and pops of an old cabin was captured on the camera pointing down the stairs from the loft. Oddly enough, it almost sounds like someone or something is touching the camera. The EDI Plus meter did detect changes in temperature and air pressure, but But in the absence of other phenomena, temperature fluctuations don't really amount to much. What really stood out to us is that the absence of paranormal activity isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Cheryl, is that you?
Especially when the Melmeter's REM function was alarming on command before we left. And now it sits quiet. Hopefully, when we return, the famous supernatural activity of Cabin 13 will show itself to us. Alright. So, we're going to be doing an Estus Method spirit box session here. I'm going to be laying on the bed here at Cabin 13, and I'm going to see what comes through. I do need to take my shoes off here so I don't track dirt onto the bed, but I'm quite interested to see what comes through here. I'm going to be listening. Dave's going to be asking the questions. We have REM pod, Mel meter, EDI plus meter is going to be set up here on the bed beside me because it's not proximity. I have it turned on right now to the EMF setting, so the numbers displayed on screen are the milligauss of electromagnetic frequency that it is sensing. So we're going to try and do this. I got my blindfold here, my trusty blindfold. I should have waited to put the blindfold on until I got the headphones on my ears. Here we go. Got them. Okay. So. Oh. And we are rolling.
All right, Cheryl, if you are here with us, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. Ryan over here has the headphones on. If you respond, you can respond to us through the radio that he's listening to. It's pretty cool. So, can you please tell him your name through that radio? What is the name of the man who hurt you?
Man's voice sounded like he was in pain. I couldn't make it out though, but it sounded very distressed.
You can communicate to us through the box that Ryan is using. He has on headphones and he can hear you.
On the floor?
That's creepy. That's where she was found. What about the floor? Did somebody pass away on the floor?
Who's that?
If you're referring to us, my name is Dave, and this is Ryan right over here. What is your name? Somebody did something awful to somebody else here in this building, in this cabin.
I'm here.
Okay, who's here? Is there a stronger male presence here who threatens all the other spirits here?
Oh. Woman's voice. First woman's voice I've heard. Either Messy or Jessie.
Okay, could you repeat yourself to Ryan? We're not sure what you said there.
Felt like something just poked me in the foot.
That is so weird. Just as that happened, I heard an audible laugh in here. Covered in cold chills. Who are you? What is your name? Tell Ryan what your name is. Did somebody take your life here?
No. It was like a long, elongated, like, no. What? I heard that. What happened to you here?
I want to try something. Ooh. Man, very creepy man's voice.
This is one of those responses that I wish I would have understood in the moment. Just as I laid down on the floor between the wall and the bed, a man's voice sounds like he says, Cheryl. Ooh. Ooh. Man, very creepy man's voice. Could he be referring to Cheryl Flippo, whose murder sparked the famous ghost story of Cabin 13? I've moved up here to give you a little space. On the table, there is a glowing red light. Can you try and touch that and make it go off?
It's true. Woman's voice.
Is it true that you're here? Or is it true that he hurt you in here? What did he do to you?
Hurt me. Woman's voice.
What did he do to you?
Hurt me. Hurt me.
Cheryl, was it Mike who hurt you? Or if Cheryl is not here with us right now, and there's another spirit here, can you please tell us your name? Can you come out and tell us your name, please? Every time that I stand right here, I get covered in cold chills. Look at this.
He's here.
Who is here? Me? Is there a male presence here who makes people do bad things?
Okay. I'm back up.
You good?
Who are you looking at? Man's voice. Ooh, what the f? Oh. Dude, something just was right in front of my face there. That scared the out of me. Oh my god. Hold on a second, that made my heart stop.
What do you mean somebody was right in front of you?
I don't know, it was weird because I'm blindfolded and I can't see anything, but like, with the blindfold on, from left to right, something passed right here and it got like super heavy and dark and it scared the out of me. I know that's so hard to, like, that's not a good explanation of it, but like...
It's like something invaded your space?
Yeah, but it was dark. That's one of the most bizarre things I've experienced in a while. That caught me off guard.
What seems to be happening, I think Cheryl is here, but I think that these reports of a strong male figure, an overpowering male figure, I think there might be something to it.
I almost don't want to stop doing that, but that... The place I was getting the responses was when I laid on the floor.
Yeah.
There's only so long you can lay down there before you... And even doing that, I felt uncomfortable. But after I stood up was when something went... just, I mean, it felt like something came at me.
I think Cheryl is here from time to time, but I do think there's an overpowering male presence in here.
Yeah. Let's go for ghost tube. You set it down here. That's weird. What the hell? It's saying there's a very strong magnetic frequency right here on the bed, but there shouldn't be, because, well, we'll leave it sit there and see what happens. Run up there and grab that camera. What's gonna happen if I run up here and grab this camera?
Lost. Lost. Cheryl? Cheryl, are you here? Cheryl, did he hurt you? Also, is there something on this bed that
Headphones.
is flashing blue? I saw a bright blue light here.
Okay, I'm coming down.
No, it was the EDI.
Was it?
Yeah, there it goes.
Must have been the temperature drop.
It did, I mean, it didn't do that the entire time that we were doing the Estes, so.
Well, oh, yep, there it goes again. Drop in temperature, change in air pressure.
Are you sitting there on the edge of the bed?
Ooh, I got chills now.
Yeah. I want to try something.
Okay.
I don't know why, and I don't want to do this just because you were doing it. That was me.
You want to lay down there?
I'm getting this overwhelming sense to lie down here. Is it okay if I lie? Huh!
What?
Look at this. What is that?
I don't see anything.
Something wet. Look at that.
Ew, what the hell?
I don't know.
Where'd it come from?
I don't know. I put my hand over the bed. And it was there.
Hold on, let me see.
Fight.
The roof isn't leaking, is it? You wouldn't think, because it's right over the bed. There's no wet spot.
No wet spot. I literally just went like this.
I definitely documented that on camera. There's moisture on you.
Yeah, it's about to drip off.
And is it raining outside?
I don't think so.
Doesn't sound like it.
Here, let me go look.
No, it's dry as a bone out here.
Dry as a bone.
No water at all.
I can't. What in the world?
Follow you.
I'm so confused. No water. Okay, that
How do you
is-
explain that?
I can't. That's one of the strangest things I've ever had happen. I'm gonna go check the bed again, but
Yeah, because if it was a condensation water drip, it would have been dripping onto the comforter.
yeah.
You tell me that only one drop of water comes off of that, and that drop of water hits you in the hand as you are putting your hand over the bed?
On camera.
On camera?
What if that was like, and I know this is way, way out there, but what if that was like some sort of like portal opening? Because the EDI temp was going up, temp going down, barometric pressure was going nuts. There was random water, and now it's stopped. And that was right after we felt that dark energy. And you felt somebody get in your face.
Mm-hmm.
I feel lazy just lying here, but I don't know where that light went. Here. My phone, which is on airplane.
Peaceful.
What? Wow. Right as it said peaceful.
Right as it said peaceful, it started to go off. That was cool.
That was cool. Let me just try something because I had my phone out,
Okay.
but it's in airplane mode.
Yeah.
Like, look, you can see it's in airplane mode. Nothing.
Nope. It's not like we stomped.
Hold on here.
Shoulda.
That was crazy.
Can't really see that well, even with that light. That's why I wanted that flashlight.
Or yeah, that's the whole reason I got that. I don't want to look for that flashlight.
So, we're gonna check the ceiling here to see if, for sure, there's any sort of water drips or anything like that. So, we got this flashlight right here, and we are going to try and see if there are any spots that we can see that would be considered wet spots.
Right about here.
That's where you had your hand.
Yeah, right around in here. So straight up would be about the second beam down.
The only thing I see up there, cobwebs.
There's nothing up there, you guys. Can you see? It's dry. There's the cobwebs Ryan was just talking about.
I don't know. It's very strange.
It is very strange.
People believe that this cabin is haunted. Is that true? You can use this box right here in my hand that's sitting in front of me to speak to us. And your voice will come through this. This thing is just a way to make your voice more clear. Who's the man's voice that we hear coming through? If you don't want to come through this box with your voice, you can touch one of the lights that's around here. They're just ways for you to let us know that you're here. Hate?
We'll have to double check that one. Is there a dark energy here on this property? that makes people do bad things.
Who's over there in the kitchen?
That was weird.
Who's the man that people see standing over the bed when they stay here in cabin 13? Who is that? There it was again. Yeah. Were you hearing that when I was running the Estus Method?
No.
Who's in the kitchen? Well, no luck through that.
No.
There it was again. Yeah. Who's moving around in the kitchen back there? Can you move something for us? Push something over?
I wonder if that's the faucet in there.
Could be. That wasn't. What was that?
Cutting night shot. What was that?
Was that panel box open?
No, because I opened it and closed it earlier. I wonder if that's the faucet in there.
Could be.
I wonder if that's the faucet in there.
Could be. That wasn't.
I mean, that's how I had it right there. But it was like that when I went to it, so it's not like that happens.
Yeah. We'll find out, I guess. That's kind of weird.
It is. Kind of give the wall a couple of pushes there.
Okay, so it's latched.
It's very hair trigger, isn't it?
It is very hair triggered, so that may have been what the sound was, but then again, it may not have been. I don't know.
Here, walk this in there, and then I'll make it come open and see if it sounds similar.
Turning on night shot. Okay. Yeah, that sounds similar.
Okay, now check this just in case.
No.
Okay.
It was definitely that first one. It was definitely that panel box popping open.
Okay.
Who is the figure that people see standing over this bed? My name is Ryan, that's Dave. Can you tell us your name so we know who we're speaking to?
Whoa.
Could you please repeat that? Let's walk up on the
We haven't done anything on the upper decker yet.
We have not.
It's been 26 years since that night that people believe caused this cabin to have many ghost stories. Is there anyone still here from that night, or an energy that was created? Who came through and spoke through this box? I haven't heard any voices come through since. Who was that? Can you say your name again? So Dave's got the SLS camera here, and it uses light sensors to map shapes of humans. If anything shows up on the screen that he is looking at there on the tablet that maps as a human figure with the stick figure mapping, it could possibly be an anomaly, and you can see the lasers, the lights that are projecting out the front of the camera that are what actually causes it to map things. While we do that, I'm gonna roll on the Vox, Ghost Tube Vox.
Okay, Cheryl, if you're here, can you stand in front of me in the doorway here between the bathroom and the kitchen? I'd like to try and take your picture.
What happened in this cabin 26 years ago? Can you tell us?
Whoa. There's something by our equipment.
Who is that over there?
Cheryl, is that you?
Is it still there?
Gone. Oh, that gave me cold chills, man. Yeah. We may not have said this, but you know, we apologize for what happened to you. It's not right. It wasn't fair. And we don't mean any disrespect coming in here trying to talk to you. We just, again, we just wanted you to have your turn.
For 26 years, people have told stories of the mark left on this cabin from that horrific night. We came here to find out if the stories were true and left with some incredible experiences. This cabin has been here since the 1890s, and they believe that it's haunted by the former owner.
And what is the cabin number of this one, Ryan?
The haunted Cottage number 13.
Was it you that closed the door to the bathroom there a little bit ago? What was that? Oh, wow.
REM pod, holy shit. Hello? They turned it into an accommodation cottage for people to come and stay. Are you upset about that?
And it just went off.
Wow. It's not very often we get activity the moment that we step inside, but that's what happened here. too. I feel like there's something to my left side, like I felt like something brush up against my hand. That was creepy. Is that you standing in front of Dave? That's the first time that the paranormal music box has gone off tonight. It sounded like a child's voice said, lights.
All right, Ryan, here we are. We're in rural Ohio at the McBeth Cottage here at Landall's Mohican Castle.
Yeah, this place has a very interesting story. Now, this cabin has been here since the 1890s, and they believe that it's haunted by the former owner, who is upset with renovations that were made when it was actually renovated to be a cottage for the hotel called Landall's Mohican Castle, which is supposedly haunted in its own right.
Yes.
But they believe that that former owner was upset by those renovations, and that makes this the most haunted building on the site of the entire Landall's Mohican Castle Hotel.
And I will say we already had an interesting experience earlier. Well, I was using the restroom in there and we came outside to do a few things. And when I went back in, the bathroom door had been closed on its own. Now I will say, I was in the bathroom, came out, and I did not close that door like that. So I'm gonna have to tell Ryan about that when I go outside. That's a bit odd. Here's the restroom. You can see that door does not close by itself, even. That is strange. Okay.
And you didn't shut the door at all after you came out of the bathroom?
No. It would make no sense for me to go to the restroom and close the door behind me on the way out.
Right. And when you went back in there, it was closed?
It was closed, yep.
So before we go into the cottage here, we're gonna do a daytime session of investigating because they say that the paranormal activity can happen at any time. We're gonna be staying here tonight to see if that former owner that said to haunt this cabin or any of the other spirits of this castle or land will come out and speak to us while we're investigating here tonight.
Oh yeah, and another thing that's working in our favor is previously on the channel, we've investigated a haunted cabin 13. And what is the cabin number of this one, Ryan?
This is called the McBeth Cottage, and it is the haunted cottage number 13.
That's right. Maybe we'll get just as lucky tonight with this one.
Yeah, you talk about weird synchronicities and some strange coincidences. One of the most haunted cabins that we've ever investigated was called Cabin 13, and now here we are at Cottage 13.
Oh yeah.
Let's go inside and do a little investigating in here during the daytime when the sun is still out, see what happens, and then we'll come back after dark and see if we can capture anything on camera tonight.
Let's do it. Let's go inside.
Let's do it. All right, so if there's
Later this evening.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
That's creepy. Yes, we will be back later this evening to talk to you and speak to you. If this is the former owner of this cottage, my friend, my name is Ryan and this is Dave. We don't know your name, but we would love to. And we want to know your thoughts on your home and what happened to it. A lot of people believe you're upset.
What was that? Oh, wow.
REM pod. Holy shit. Hello? Already, we haven't even been inside here for a minute.
No. And I did unplug the TV just so we all know.
Yeah, the TV's not plugged in. Sir, if that's you, can you light it all the way up again for us?
Whoa.
That's all the way.
Yeah. Wow.
We will be back later this evening. We're here now, but we're gonna go up and eat dinner here in a little bit. And we're gonna be back later this evening to talk to you.
I do have a question for you. Was it you that closed the door to the bathroom there a little bit ago? If it was you, could you try and close that again? Can you push it closed right now? Whoa. Whoa. These are brand new batteries and everything, you guys.
Brand new batteries.
What was that?
What did you hear?
It sounded like jingling change. You didn't hear that?
No.
Push that door shut for us, please. What was that? I don't know.
Sir, was that you that pushed the door shut when Dave got done in the restroom earlier? He said he didn't shut that door, but when he came back in here after being outside for a couple of minutes, the door was shut.
Noah.
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 Is your name Noah? We don't know what his name was at all.
No.
So, I mean, it could be that his name is...
Inside.
Inside.
And notice how the REM pod is stopped now. Is it okay if we come back into the bedroom and come back towards the bathroom? If you prefer that door to be shut, sir, you can shut it. If your name is Noah. Let's walk back towards the bathroom here.
All right, sir, we're going to come into the bedroom area here.
Just like that one that's behind Dave that you were touching, there's one here on the bed that does the same thing. Is there any way that you could touch that one for us? Or if you don't want it on the bed, you can push it off of there.
That was so weird, man.
It's creepy. Now it's just silent.
Yeah.
As soon as we walk in here, it said later this evening, Noah, the REM pod was going nuts. Like as soon as we walked in here. It's not very often that we get activity in places the moment that we step inside, but that's what happened here. As soon as we stepped inside this place, it just started to go crazy.
Yeah, that was a little unexpected. I don't know. Maybe there is a gentleman still here. Somebody's still here because that was going off.
Yeah. Sir, are you happy with the fact that they turned your home, your old cottage, your old house, they turned it into an accommodation cottage for people to come and stay? And that there's new people in your home every single night? Are you upset about that?
It's also reported that the microwave comes on by itself in here. Is that you that does that? That right there in the corner, that's a microwave, in case you don't know.
The housekeeper said that they've been in here and the microwave is just turned on by itself. That the lights turn on and off. Unexplainably. That the water has turned on.
Have we met?
We have not met before. What is your name? My name is Dave, and this is Ryan over here.
We don't mean any disrespect.
You want to walk into this room?
Yeah, let's walk back into the bedroom. If you want us to come back out of the bedroom when we're in here, you know how to do it. Now this was the door, right, Dave?
Yeah, that is the door that was closed.
You came in here after
knowing that you came out of the restroom here, out of the toilet, out of the bathroom, knowing that you'd left the door open, and when you came back in, the door is shut, and like you did before.
So, when we got here earlier, this was already open, and this has been open the whole time. And yes, these things are on here, but it's not, like if I push that.
Now what if you pull it shut just a little bit? Like you didn't close it all the way. Now open it up about halfway from that, about 45 more degrees. And then, hold on, stay there. Leave it like that. I'm gonna open the front door and see if there's any suction to cause it to close. So let's say you had it, you didn't open it all the way, you were getting ready to leave, and you came outside.
I mean, it wiggles just a little bit, but it doesn't move.
It didn't close?
Uh-uh.
Uh-oh, hold on.
What? Clipped?
This RP is dead now.
Dead?
Yeah. It says change battery pack. Whoa.
Whoa.
So it did die. That's interesting.
I wonder if it stole the energy from that or something.
It could have. Did you drain the battery? Because that hasn't been on that long.
Look.
It was maybe, what, like a 15-minute clip?
Yeah.
And now the REM pod that has been silent for a while starts to go off again?
That's very cool. Thank you for doing that for us. That's why we're here, to try and communicate with you, to see if you still can communicate with us.
What was that?
I don't know.
I thought I just heard like moaning.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
It was like back here.
Let me walk out and see if there's...
Whoa.
What is going on here?
I don't know. Whoa. Is there anyone outside that could possibly have like a radio?
I wouldn't think so.
It's pretty secluded out here, and it's a hotel.
But why isn't this one in here going off?
Right. If it was a RF radio frequency, it'd set that one off too.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing that. We're not upset that you are doing that. It's just very... It's what we want you to do, so...
Did you drain the batteries from that thing that's over there in the corner?
Huh. I don't hear any kids out there.
Me neither. I'm gonna go grab a battery here for that camera, just so we can switch it out and get it rolling again. I'm gonna leave this rolling here on the REM pod. Maybe while I'm out there, go back there towards the bathroom and see if you can get him to shut the door again.
Yeah.
I'll be right back in a minute once I get this battery.
And notice also the ghost tube has not said anything either. And the Mel meter that's on this bed has not gone off. I'm feeling really cold air right here on my... I feel really cold air right here. Is that you? Are you standing by me? If you are, can you make our light go off again? And it just went off. Wow. Dude.
What?
The craziest thing just happened.
What?
I was standing right here just like this, and I felt this intense cold air come down my arm here. And I said, if that's you making my arm cold like that, or standing here by me, make that go off again. And it went off.
Wow.
Dude, let me get this battery in here. I brought 2 just in case it happens again. Okay, so you can you can intelligently communicate with us. So if that was you that closed the door that's directly behind me right now. Wow. Okay. Thank you. So could you close the door again for me right now so I can see that? What happened? I heard something behind me like it... I don't know. Go on, can you close that door right there? I'm pointing at it.
Command.
What'd it say? Command. Wow. Okay. That's on. We're rolling again. Yeah, I'm not really commanding you. I'm just asking you if you could please do it. You don't have to, but I just thought it was very interesting that it was closed before. Thank you. We're going to go back by the bathroom here. Can you follow us back here? Wow.
Fight.
Fight? Bite. Bite? So that is already 3 actually, if you count the REM pod and your experience with that cold energy coming over you. That is multiple very interesting experiences already, and we've only been in this cabin but like 20 or 30 minutes. Yeah. We haven't even started our investigation tonight. So I'm excited to see what happens when the sun goes down and we're alone in this place. Exactly what is going to happen. What type of paranormal experiences are we gonna have? This place has multiple reports of paranormal activity, and in the last 15 to 20 to 30 minutes, we've already proven that that is true. I'm excited to set up these cameras and to do an abandonment session in this cabin to see exactly what's gonna happen. And then later come back and find out exactly what could or is haunting the McBeth Cottage number 13 here at Landall's Mohegan Castle. Are you ready, Dave? I am ready, but I think the spirits here are more ready than we are, apparently. Again? Yeah, we'll be back again. We're just gonna go grab some stuff that we can set up here for you. Stuff that you can touch and move and talk to us through. Things that you can use to tell your story. Because that's really why we're here. We're here to find out who you were, what your connection to this cottage is, and to be able to tell other people exactly what it is that will make you happy. What was that? Did something just move beside you? Something right here on this shelf. Whoa. Dude. Now this one just went off. Yeah. Let me check and make sure that was not me. Well, thank you very much for doing that. We will be back with all of our equipment. Just give us a little bit of time to set it up, and we'll be back. All right, so we have night vision on right now, but that's only because we shut all the windows in the cabin. Whatever windows that we weren't able to get closed, we put a pillow up against the window. So yeah, we tried to make it as dark in here as we possibly could. So it is gonna be dark here. Sunset is gonna be here in about 2 hours or so from what I can tell. So we're gonna leave this abandonment set up here right now though, because we can't miss out on anything that happens, because we just had a few minutes ago some amazing activity in here moments after we stepped into this cabin. So we have a camera here in the main dining room pointing into the living room. Behind me here is the microwave that housekeeping says will randomly just start running on its own
with no explanation. We have the REM pod set up in the same spot all the way across the room there behind Dave. Inside that room, we have a camera rolling into the bedroom and on that bathroom door that Dave said closed on its own. We also have a Mel meter on the bed, and we're gonna have a thermal imaging camera pointing back into that room. So if any temperature anomalies occur, we're gonna be able to know about it. We're gonna have this whole cabin also wired with motion sensors as well, so we're not gonna miss anything. We're gonna leave for about an hour and come back, see what these cameras picked up. You ready, Dave?
I am ready.
Before you turn that on, you wanna give them one?
Oh yeah, I sure do.
Can't forget about that. Remember guys, brand new merch over on our merch site, paranormalquestmerch.com. Dave's gonna tell you why you need to buy the We're Leaving merch.
Yes, so you want to make sure that you have your We're Leaving merch because why?
Because We're Leaving is an important part of this show, because when we begin abandonment, we have to let the cameras know that we're leaving.
Yeah. Guys, go grab you some We're Leaving merch. Make sure you hit the like button on this. Let's get it to 6,500 thumbs up. And I just have one last thing to say.
What's that, Dave?
We're leaving! We're leaving!
He needs a lozenge. Let's get out of here.
Unlock keys?
All I have is my keys, because my phone's running the thermal.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's go. Now that the cottage is empty, it seems eerily quiet. You'd never know that just 15 minutes ago, the REM pod was alarming on command. In fact, the only piece of equipment to trigger it all was the EDI plus meter, which detected a change in temperature and a change in air pressure. But after that, nearly 40 minutes passes before something truly bizarre happens. Listen carefully, and know that Dave and I are still at the restaurant. It sounds like someone is trying to open the front door of the cottage. You can't hear any cars pull up, and no car doors close, but without warning, footsteps can be heard on the porch, and the door handle can be heard rattling. In this situation, we actually pray that this is paranormal, because the alternative is much more chilling. Either we just captured the phantom sounds of a ghost on the porch, or a living person was just trying to enter the cottage while we were gone. But something else about this footage baffles us. The first noise that's heard on the footage is the doorknob rattling. You can't hear anyone approaching. But also, listen to the ticking of the clock on the wall. Its rhythmic sound hasn't faltered for the 70 minutes preceding this encounter. And then, in that split second before the doorknob begins to rattle, it's almost as though the speed of time changes. Listen closely to the clock.
Is this just a bizarre coincidence that coincided with an unexpected visitor? Or did the speed of time just change right before this paranormal experience? Tell us what you think in the comments below. We're back. From what we understand, we don't know, that hasn't really gone off.
Decompose. Clear.
Decompose clear? Rolling.
Along. Love. Rose line.
Along the rose line, huh?
It should stop here soon.
Pillow.
Pillow moan, huh? This is a popular spot for couples to have romantic getaways, and it says pillow moan. That's a little too on the nose there.
Average. Thin.
Let's say quite average thin still.
Listen, man, he's not even in bed yet. Don't talk about being average.
If at any point that gets on your nerves.
If it keeps going like that, I'll probably turn it off.
Okay.
If it shuts up.
So, we're going to start out the night with an Estus Method spirit box session. We just got back from abandonment, and of course, we don't know what happened while we were gone, although you guys at home already know what happened. So, yeah, we're just kind of starting the investigation. The only information we have is that we were having some very relevant REM pod responses earlier, as well as some very interesting personal experiences ourselves. So we'll see. Dave's going to be out here in the dining room, living room area. I'm going to be sitting here in the bedroom listening to the spirit box. Now, Dave's not going to be able to hear the spirit box, only I am, but I'm not going to be able to hear his questions or see what he's doing because I'm going to have blindfold on. And I'm going to call out what I hear through the spirit box, and hopefully it's relevant to his questions. And as always, we are going to record the spirit box audio so that when we give you this video, this documentary, we can play it for you. What'd it say?
Bush.
Bush. Huh. We are going...
Okay.
Did it just say bush wood?
It said bush wood bottom.
Oh god, Ovilus is giving us a run for our money right now. I'm not sure if it's the Ovilus itself, or the romantic nature of this cabin, but it said more suggestive words here than any other investigation that we've used it on, and that's part of the reason why we didn't leave it set up on the abandonment. We might not want to leave the Ovilus for this.
No. Team. Man. Meat. Surprise!
Man meat surprise.
Man meat surprise!
The frequency at which the device is throwing out words is also a problem. It can be disruptive, and on this Estus session, if it keeps talking every 5 seconds, Dave will have to shut it off. But anyway, as always, we're going to be recording the spirit box audio for you to hear as well, so that whenever I hear the words, you can as well. Not only are you going to know that I'm not making it up, but also you're going to be able to hear the responses as well, and of course they'll be displayed on screen. I'm going to go ahead and put the blindfold on now, and then put the headphones on.
Sounded like those chairs just moved over there. Energy.
Okay. I am sweeping.
All right. Can you hear me? Is this too loud? Can you hear me, Ryan? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, for any of the spirits
Stop.
Why do you want me to stop?
Once again.
All right, to any of the spirits that are here in this cabin, in this cottage, my name is Dave. In the other room there, that is Ryan. That is Ryan. And I'm going to be asking you some questions. And you're going to be able to answer me through the radio that Ryan has. Do you understand that?
Distant man's voice kind of sounded like they might.
So first of all, I'd like to ask you, are you able to tell...
Now.
Yeah, we're getting started now. I'd like for you to tell Ryan, if you can tell him what your name is. Can you tell him that?
Kind of sounded like prison.
Can you please go into that room and use that radio to tell Ryan what your name is? I would love to know what your name is.
Face.
I'm out here.
Where? Where is out here? Are you out on the front porch? Is that what you mean?
Remember, in this moment, Dave and I have no idea what our cameras captured on abandonment. Knowing now that our cameras captured the sound of someone on the front porch trying to open the front door makes this response and Dave's assumption of its meaning much more chilling. I'm out here.
Are you out on the front porch? Is that what you mean? You can use any of these devices here. I know earlier you were using this one, like that. This one does the same thing. So all you have to do is try and use those to communicate with us. It lets us know that you're here. Along with the radio.
That was a man's voice, couldn't really make it out. Sounded like I heard the word chain in that sentence though.
Along with the radio that Ryan has, you can use all of these things to try and communicate with us. So again, can you tell him what my name is? Do you remember? Do you remember what my name is? I'm going to turn the Ovilus off. It's just incessantly going, so sometimes that happens. All right, I've turned that device off. You're no longer able to use that one. So if
we don't want...
You don't want what? Do you not want us to be in here? Are you upset that... Whoa. Thank you very much for doing that. Can you try this one right here? You were doing it earlier. But really, if you can, I'd love for you to use the radio that my friend Ryan has to say words to us.
Ooh, I feel like there's something to my left side, like I felt like something brush up against my hand. That was creepy. And right before that happened, I thought I heard a man say, I like him, or I like that.
The bell went off right when he said that. Are you standing beside Ryan? Did you touch his hand? If you're standing beside my friend in there, can you try touching him again? But somehow...
I did hear something there, but... Oh, wow. It sounded like it said, get out, or something like that, male voice.
Why do you want us to get out?
And I think the voice beforehand might have said mine, but it was the same voice.
Who is this person that's coming through talking to Ryan? What is your name? Tell us, please.
His problem.
His problem. Did you close the door in the other room there earlier? EDI just went off. Mel just went off. Make this one go off, please. Can you make this one go off? Right here. What if I count down for you? 3, 2, 1, go. EDI went off. Now right in here, I'm pointing at it. I'm pointing at a door. I'm pointing at it. Can you close that door like you did earlier?
Hi, get away, or I get away?
Well, we're not going to be going anywhere. We're sleeping here tonight. How do you feel about that? We're going to be sleeping here tonight. The EDI is going crazy over there. I was just about to say I have a very strong feeling something's about to happen. And the millimeter went off. You're in this room, aren't you? Man.
Who is there?
I already told you my name is Dave. And that is Ryan in there. Who are you? I don't know if I've ever seen the EDI ever be that active before.
That's me?
Is that you making that device go off like that? Is that what you're saying? If it is, if that's what you're saying, make this one go off. I'm pointing at it. Whoa. If that's you making that go off, can you just push that over? I won't be upset if you push it over. I'm asking you to. Go ahead, push it over. All you have to do is barely touch that thing and it'll fall over.
I thought I heard a very, very faint man's voice say, I like that thing.
If you're talking about that thing that you like, show me how much you like that thing and push it over. And you'll notice how the EDI has completely stopped.
It sounded like a child's voice that time, but it sounded like a child's voice said, lights?
What?
Or light?
Are you a kid? If you're a kid, can you try and make all the lights on that thing light up? And you can do that just by touching that thing. All the lights will turn on. Isn't it cool how you can talk to Ryan and he can hear you? Isn't that fascinating? If you think that's fascinating, can you try and grab that light? Yeah, see how there's more lights the more that you interact with it? See? Wow. Thank you.
It sounded like a very elderly man's voice said, I'm done.
Okay, just so I know, can you step away and stop making the light go off so I know it's you?
Oh, wow. Something's going off, huh?
Yeah, man, this has been wild. But what's interesting is that the EDI was the most active I've ever seen it.
Really?
Yeah. And then I believe I asked if it could stop that and try this one.
And it came to here?
Yeah, and the EDI hasn't gone off since.
Thank you for that. Do you like these lights better than you like to talk through this box that I have? Because
I mean, this is just wild, you guys.
you seemed to talk to me a little bit in the beginning, but as I kept going, the voices were very, very quiet. I could barely even hear you. So I'm guessing you didn't like that, did you?
You good?
Yes. What if over here you came to this orange light right here and tried to talk to us? There's an orange light right over here, and it may pick up your voice. So Dave is rolling on the SLS camera here. We are officially getting ready to sweep the cabin with the structured light sensor camera. And the way this works is it actually projects infrared lasers or structure lights out the front of it, which are then used to determine shapes. So as you can see on screen there, Dave can see the shape of the TV, he can see the shape of the couch, he can see the shape of the table. But when it detects something that's shaped like a human, it maps it with a human stick figure.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're going to begin the SLS sweep like Ryan said, and we have Ghost Tube Vox running.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. All right, if there are any spirits here in the McBeth cabin, like we told you earlier, we want to take your picture. So all you have to do is stand in front of me and this device here, and it's going to take your picture. So if you'd like to get your picture taken, now's the time.
There's also a box in my hand that if you walk up... Sorry, I was speaking. I didn't quite catch that. There's a box in my hand that you can use to speak through. We think you can, at least. And we'd love it if you can speak to us and...
I'm working something or other.
Working with something like that. If you would speak to us through this...
So see, you can see how it's mapping Ryan there. I'm here too. Did you hear that?
I did.
If you're still here...
I feel like there's something, like I feel static behind me right here. And it just got really cold over here by me. That was a laugh.
Are you over there by Ryan? That's Ryan over there.
Can you show us you're here by touching the lights that you've liked to use? There's one right here on the counter, but then I also put one on the sink back in the bathroom. Okay, you want to sweep back into the bedroom?
Yeah.
Hello?
Leave.
Wow, same voice too, dude.
Yeah. Hello and leave. If you want us to leave, you're going to need to touch one of these devices that we have with the red light on it. If you would like for us to leave, that's one way to let us know.
That's me.
Who was it that closed this door earlier when we first got here? What is your name? Oh. Whoa. Right on the door.
Right on that door. Are you? Is it mapping the bathrobes, you think?
Do we see you?
Can you push that door closed? It may be mapping the bathrobes.
Can you see us? We want to speak to the owner.
You have?
You have? We want to speak to the owner of this cabin, so he can tell us what he thinks of all the renovations and changes that they've done to his home. Can you tell me what you think of what they've done to your house? To your beautiful cottage?
We're really hoping somebody could close that door there. Remember this thing here? How come you stopped? What is that?
Don't forget.
Remember that thing? How come you stopped using that? Can you try it again for us?
In the stone outside, we noticed that it said Pettit 1949. Who is Pettit?
Whoa.
You got something in front of you?
Like directly in front of me here.
In the shower. Is that you? Is that you standing in front of Dave?
I'm trying to take your picture, so if that's you, come over and touch those orange lights again.
Ew.
That was a weird voice. Yeah. That's gone.
The face you made there.
Question.
What's your question?
Come on, stand in front of me here. I'd like to take your picture. If you've never had your picture taken, now's your chance. This is a camera.
Ask him.
That's him? Or ask him?
Ask him, I thought I heard. Isn't it weird, though, how active the REM pod and Melmeter have been tonight, and on this session, absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
With everything in the cottage quieting down, we decide to go to the 230-year-old private cemetery that sits just beside the pool house of the hotel. Many guests to the castle have seen what they believe to be spirits wandering amongst the tombstones at all hours of the day and night. Could it be that these ghosts travel between the buildings, causing staff and guests to have paranormal experiences?
All right, Ryan, we've made a bit of a diversion. Why are we outside?
So while we were sitting in there thinking about what we were going to do next, how we could switch it up, we actually decided that we were going to investigate something that's here on the grounds of the Landau Mohegan Castle. And not only do you have this beautiful castle that was built in 2002 and some beautiful accommodations, cottages, cabins, but up on top of the hill, you have a 230-year-old cemetery called Hyde Cemetery. And they believe that some of the paranormal activity on property here may stem from some of the people that are buried in this cemetery. So we thought, you know, let's do a session up here at this cemetery as well to see what happens. We have some equipment. We have the thermal imaging camera rolling right here on top of my angle. So if anything moves across the cemetery outside here, we'll see its temperature signal.
Oh yeah.
So let's walk out here and set up some equipment.
Let's do it.
think we're all set up. We got a spread right here across. It is quite a small little cemetery.
It is, yeah.
But 230 years old, they were private back then most of the time. You had to be family or friends. So.
And we're also going to be running on Ghost Tube here.
Rolling, this is the Hyde Cemetery at the Landau Mohegan Castle. Ghost Tube, sync pop. Whoa. You hear that music? Can you stand in front of that? Whoa.
Whoa.
Stand directly in front of it for us.
Can you play that music so we can hear it? You just gotta stand there.
Granddaughter.
That's right. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
That's the first time that the paranormal music box has gone off tonight.
Just real quick, I just want to make sure that does...
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Mary E., wife of Jacob Hyde. Born December 8th, 1800.
Died 1886.
Age of 85. Wow.
That's pretty interesting. Mary, are you the woman in white that people see? Wow.
Mary, if that's you, there's a couple of bright red lights on the ground. It looks like fire. Can you try touching one of those?
Wow. Increasing in frequency now.
Yeah.
Mary, can you step back away from that for a second just so we know that it's you? And like move away from it for at least 5 or 10 seconds so we... I know you like the pretty music, but we are trying to figure out if it's actually you making that go off or if it's something else.
How are you?
Good. Kind of tired. How are you, Ryan?
I'm doing well, thank you.
We're good. How are you?
Mary, we've traveled a long way to speak with you. Or anyone else who's out here in the cemetery. We heard that there's a lot of people from the Hyde family. It's kind of spooky up here.
It is. It's very eerily quiet. If there's anybody in this cemetery with us, you can use this device in my hand. I know none of you probably know what it is because we're kind of from the future. But you can use this to talk to us. And we're going to walk around and give everybody a chance. Whoa. I knew it, dude. I knew it.
No way.
Thank you.
Literally as soon as we walk away.
I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling. Thank you for doing that. Could you try it again? Whoa. Did you hear that?
Yes.
It sounded like a female.
Yeah, it sounded like a...
It sounded like it went, whoo.
Yeah.
But not like an owl.
Right. No, it wasn't an owl.
Mary, is that you?
It's so creepy looking back into those trees. I'm just waiting for something to move back there on the FLIR.
I hope it does. Sorry, we don't mean to be rude. We'll introduce ourselves. My name is Dave.
And my name's Ryan.
Doesn't feel
Be quiet.
Sorry, are you trying to rest? If you're upset that we're in
Below.
Below.
You asked, are you trying to rest? And it said below.
Yeah.
When we're standing right beside where they are below us.
Right. I guess I am standing on your... Sorry about that. It's dark and we can't see. But if you're upset that we're here and you'd like for us to go, let us know somehow. Do you get many visitors up here? Well, we'll go ahead and leave and be quiet for you.
Isn't it weird also how that millimeter went off and it hasn't gone off since, and the paranormal music box hasn't gone off since?
Right. Okay.
Ooh, maybe we should bring something down here. This seems like a...
Is this a kid?
I don't know.
Lots of little toys. Sarah. Did we get the name Sarah? Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know.
Wife of Anthony
Carnegie. Now, there's a lot of gifts all over these tombstones, and one thing that we've seen throughout this cemetery most of the time are actual coins. And that comes from Greek mythology because they believe the river Styx, they had to cross the river Styx when they passed away. And in order to get across the river Styx and into the afterlife, you needed coins to pay.
I see you.
I see you.
We'd like to see you.
But they say you needed coins to pay the ferryman in order to get across the river Styx.
Can you see our red lanterns there? Can you try touching them? Sarah, did you die during childbirth?
My name is Ryan and this is Dave, and we'd love to hear your story. We'd love for you to tell us about who you are and your life here. This is now a castle, a hotel, a resort.
It's dark.
What?
Did it say it's far or it's hard?
Do you like what they've done with this land? Do you like what they've done with your home?
That's enough to make your hair raise.
Yeah, that's so freaking eerie.
Yeah.
I love those, though.
Oh, yeah. In the words of Jason McKinney, though, if anything comes out of that tree line bigger than a loaf of bread,
I'm gonna be up that tree.
I'm watching that tree line.
David.
Whatever comes out of there is bigger than a bread loaf. I'm going in that tree.
Can you tell us what happens after you pass away, after you die? Does our consciousness live on? Do we have some sort of energy still, like a foot in this world?
Leaving.
Nice talking to you.
yeah.
Start asking the hard questions and they leave.
Yeah, it's gone very quiet, huh?
It has, besides that noise, but that could be, I mean, there are people, there's not many people staying here now because it is early in their season.
Yeah.
It's not like their peak busy season, so, but there are a couple of cabins that people are staying in besides us. So that could have been one of the other patrons that came outside talking, yelling, who knows. This has been a really cool little cemetery up here, but I think because of our battery life and because of how quiet it is right now, we had a little bit of equipment interaction, but all of that has really died off completely. Let's head back down to the cottage.
Let's do it.
Let's head back down. Well, Dave, I think this might be the best way we've ever ended an investigation.
The best or the weirdest? I'm not quite sure yet. I was forced into this.
There's nothing wrong with just two bros in a hot tub.
Yeah. And the romantic one-bed suite.
Hey, listen. This was an amazing night, an amazing investigation. We had a lot of fun. From the moment we stepped into this cabin, there was creepy activity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was. It's been a very cool yet unexpected investigation.
Yeah, and when we heard about the haunted Cottage 13 here at Landall's Mohican Castle, we weren't sure what to expect. We weren't sure whether it was clever marketing or whether there was actually paranormal activity here in this cabin, and we left pleasantly surprised with what we experienced, what we captured, and the overall experience of being here. I mean, that cemetery, the Hyde Cemetery, was very creepy.
It was very creepy. Yeah, that was totally unexpected, being able to go up there and check that out, and we even got some very minor activity up there, but it was cool nonetheless.
Yeah, so I think now for the rest of the evening, let's just chill out. Let's enjoy this hot tub. Not in that way. Let's enjoy this hot tub, enjoy and relax a little bit, because come tomorrow, we're off to another investigation, to another incredible haunted location, to another place on our paranormal quest.
That's right, everybody. The grind never stops, and there's about to be another one in this hot tub.
So remember, everyone, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. If you are new to this channel, new to our quest, we'd love to have you along for the ride. Make sure you turn on that bell notifications button so that you never miss a video. If you enjoyed what you saw here and you liked this investigation, make sure you hit that like button and share the video with your friends and family, because that helps more than you know. Just by hitting that like button, it helps this video and it helps the channel. Remember, we also have a Patreon page. You can become a member of the channel. And what else, Dave?
We have brand new merch.
We have brand new merch, paranormalquestmerch.com. Head over, check it out, shirts, hats.
Yeah, we're leaving merch, Nova merch, Ryan and I as zombies merch.
Even a candle if you wanted to buy a candle to help set the mood for your spooky Saturdays with Paranormal Quest. I mean, you can't set the mood any more than this right here in a hot tub, but hell,
right.
Buy a candle, set the mood, get in the hot tub. Come on in.
For the love of God, please click the thumbs up button. We're in a hot tub, y'all. Come on.
The water's nice. Come on in.
That's right.
But we'll see you next time, guys, on this paranormal quest. Bye. Hey, if you enjoyed that episode, maybe click on one of these other videos and watch some more. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, click on this button right down below. We want to thank all of our YouTube members and Patreon supporters for making all of this possible. And we'll see you next time